Hello and welcome to the Snickerdoodle Knits YouTube channel. I am Jessica, the knitter and designer behind Snickerdoodle Knits. In this video tutorial, I am going to demonstrate how to work a bobble. There are many forms and types of bobble stitches. And this one in particular, we will work 3 stitches into 1 stitch, and then we will work multiple rows into that stitch before we continue on to the next stitch. Don't worry if that doesn't make sense. That's what this tutorial is for. This stitch is what I refer to as the sun stitch in my Remembering Summer shawl and scarf. Alright, let's get started. To start, I'll go ahead and just knit the first 2 stitches. Alright, now to start our bobble, we are going to knit into this stitch, and then we're going to knit into the back loop of that stitch, and then we're going to knit into the front loop again. So we'll knit into the front, knit into the back, and knit into the front of that stitch. So there, we've just created these 3 stitches all as part of this 1 stitch. So now that we have created the 3 stitches, we can slide that original stitch off the left needle. Now we're going to turn our work, so it just flips it so we're working on the wrong side of the fabric, and we are going to purl those 3 stitches. So purl 1, 2, 3. Alright, so these are our 3 stitches that are all part of our bobble still. We are going to turn our work again, so we're back on the right side of the fabric, and we are going to knit those 3 stitches. So just knit 1, 2, 3. Now we will turn our work again, and we will purl those 3 stitches. Purl 1, 2, 3. Now we will turn our work one last time, and to finish the bobble, we will knit those 3 stitches all together. So there you can see we have created quite a lot of fabric from 1 stitch. We created additional stitches that we worked for multiple rows, but then at the end we decreased those stitches. So as we move on, that will still only be 1 stitch. Started as 1 stitch. It will still only be 1 stitch on our needle as we continue. So let's go ahead and knit 3 stitches and do that again. So we knit into the front of that stitch, we knit into the back of that stitch, and we knit into the front of that stitch once more. There we have our 3 stitches from our 1 stitch. Go ahead and turn the work and purl across those 3 stitches. Turn the work again, and we will knit those 3 stitches. Turn the work again, and we will purl across those stitches. So in total we will purl across those stitches 2 times, if that helps just for memorization while you're working on it. And then finally we will knit those 3 stitches together, and we have completed that bobble. So here you can start to see what those bobbles look like. They create fairly large bobbles, and the reason that I use them is because they don't fall kind of back into the fabric. What I used in the original Remembering Summer collection patterns was a bobble stitch that wasn't very well defined, and it didn't show up very well in the fabric, so I ended up changing the pattern to these stitches. I'll go ahead and purl back across my row, and we can work 2 more bobble stitches or sun stitches for demonstration. Alright, now we're back to the right side of the fabric. So we will go ahead and you can knit 4 stitches before our bobble stitch. Alright, now let's start that bobble stitch again. So we knit into the front, we knit into the back, and then we knit into the front again, sliding that stitch off of the left needle. Now turn our work and purl those 3 stitches. Turn the work again, knit those 3 stitches, turn the work again, purl those 3 stitches, and turn the work one last time for that bobble stitch, and we will knit those 3 stitches together, which finishes off the bobble. Let's go ahead and knit, how about 3 more, and then we can do 1 more bobble here. So knit into the front, knit into the back, knit into the front. Slide the stitch off the left needle, turn the work, and purl those 3 stitches. Turn the work again, and knit those 3 stitches. Turn the work again, purl those 3 stitches, and turn the work one more time, and we will knit those 3 stitches together as one stitch. We have completed our bobble. So I'll just knit these last 2 stitches. Now usually you probably won't have your bobbles quite so close together, but this shows you what it looks like. Gives you an idea of what this bobble or sun stitch is supposed to look like. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful and easy to follow. If you are continuing to have questions about how to perform the bobble or sun stitch, go ahead and replay this video at a slower speed and leave any questions that you continue to have in the comments down below. I will get back to those as soon as I can. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Snickerdoodle Knits YouTube channel for additional knitting tutorial content like this. I hope to see you around. Happy knitting!